Hi, my name is Josie Hoberman. I'm a senior at FGCU doing a double major in International Business Management and Financial Analysis and Management. I just got back from the study abroad to the Middle East, and I cannot thank the team enough for putting that together and making it possible. We had an incredible mix of company visits and cultural visits, from getting to meet with Saudi Aramco, the biggest oil company in the world, to nonprofits, getting to meet the team behind the International Humanitarian City, to seeing the world where the World Fair was held, Expo 2020, seeing what Expo City looked like. My team was the one that did research on that before we left on the trip, so we kind of gathered information and figured out what the goal of Expo 2020 was, and then getting to see what we had researched for weeks before the trip, spending half day there, seeing the different elements of culture that were highlighted from the Middle East, displayed for 190 countries, was just incredible. And so getting to see all of these companies, all these visits, and then combining that with the cultural experience that we got from meeting with students. One of my favorite things of the whole trip was just getting to talk to two Saudi Arabian girls who attended the private school in Saudi Arabia, and getting to hear their experience with what it's been like being a student in Saudi Arabia, and particularly being a woman in Saudi Arabia, as these cultural mandates have been lifted over the past few years. Just getting that one-on-one time to hear from another person what their perspective has been like, living in the same time as me, but living a completely separate life, was just so unique and special. So getting all of that side of it, and then getting to be welcomed with such hospitality into all these different areas, having dinner in classic Arabic tent where we got traditional food and coffee, and they explained what the traditions are, how you'd be welcomed, how you'd be cared for, what these people consider to be important, was such a special experience for me, because I had no idea what the culture of the Middle East was, what the culture of the United Arab Emirates was as compared to Saudi Arabia. Getting to compare the two back to back was so unique. I was able to go on the study abroad trip to Bolivia last year, so getting to see that culture as compared to the Middle East culture has been so huge for me, because I get to see that what means something to one culture and how they interact with each other is so completely different from another, and getting to learn how to respect what's important to one versus the other, how to do business, what's important to the people that live there, what are their goals, objectives, what is their future plans, how does that compare to what we're doing in the US, how can we help each other. So all of these things were so incredible to see, and it was so different from what I had imagined going into the trip. So I just cannot say enough thanks to Dr. Roddick, who made this trip possible, and the whole International Business Management program and the study abroad program at FGCU. They've completely changed my academic experience at FGCU, because not only have I felt like I have gotten to network and relationship build and connect with people from across the globe, but I've also gotten hands-on experience in international business that I've used in interviews, and I have used to get the future job that I'm applying for, and connect with people that I know, and go one step further, not only in my career, but also one step further into understanding how other cultures work, connecting with people, because that's what I love to do. And running the International Business Association, I've got to see how Dr. Roddick works, and he has loved connecting students across the globe. And I can see how he loves to do that, and I'm so glad that he does, because he's completely changed my experience at FGCU, and just made these study abroad trips have been the highlight of my experience here. So if you do have the chance to go on a study abroad, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic experience. You won't regret it. Just getting to go travel somewhere and be somewhere that you have never been before, and especially when you have the intention of going to understand the other culture, It's a phenomenal experience. So highly recommend. Thanks for your time.